As the great philosopher Seneca once said, time is the one thing we cannot afford to waste. And in today's fast-paced dating world, time is especially valuable, especially for men who are serious about self-improvement. If you're not careful, you might find yourself investing time and energy into relationships that aren't worth it. Some girls will say things that sound harmless, but in reality, they can lead you down a path of uncertainty, wasted effort, and emotional frustration. Today, we're going to uncover 3 common lies that many women tell, whether intentionally or not, that can derail your personal growth. More importantly, we'll talk about how to recognize these traps and avoid them, so you can stay focused on becoming the best version of yourself. Have you ever heard these lies before? Drop a comment below and let's share insights on how to handle them. Now let's dive in. Lie number 1. I haven't had time to read your message. At first glance, this might seem like an innocent excuse, but let's be real. People check their phones all the time. If she's truly interested, she'll find a moment to respond, even if she's busy. If your messages consistently go unanswered, that's not an accident, it's a sign. You might think you're being patient or giving her the benefit of the doubt, but the truth is you're allowing yourself to be strung along. Stoic wisdom teaches us not to waste time seeking validation from those who don't value us. Instead of obsessing over someone who won't engage, adopt a Stoic mindset, accept reality, and move on. As Epictetus once said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Apply this to your dating life. Stop wanting attention from someone who isn't willing to give it. Lie number 2, I'm just not ready in a relationship right now. This one sounds reasonable, even mature, but more often than not, it's just a soft rejection wrapped in a polite excuse. When a woman truly cares about you, she won't need the perfect time to pursue something meaningful. She'll make the time. This phrase is often a way to avoid confrontation or guilt while still keeping you around as an option. Instead of dwelling on her words, take control of your emotions. Stoicism teaches us that true emotional wealth comes from detachment, not attachment. Seneca once said, if you wish to be rich, do not add to your money, but subtract from your desires. The same applies here. Stop investing in someone who isn't investing in you. Lie number 3, I need some space. When you hear this, it's easy to think she just needs time to sort things out. But in many cases, space is just a polite way of saying, I'm not that into you. Rather than holding on and hoping she'll come back, understand that someone who truly values you won't need space to figure that out. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts revolve around chasing someone who is pulling away, you're setting yourself up for emotional turmoil. When a woman says she needs space, respect it, but use that time to focus on your own growth. If she truly wants to be with you, she'll find her way back. If not, you've already moved forward. Final thoughts. The power of Stoicism in dating. In a world where communication is instant, it's easy to get caught up in mixed signals and wishful thinking. But a Stoic man understands that his power lies in emotional independence and self-respect. By recognizing these common lies for what they are, you free yourself from wasted time and emotional games. Instead of waiting for someone else to validate you, focus on building a purposeful, fulfilling life on your own terms. What is Stoicism, if not the ability to remain clear-headed and at peace despite life's unpredictability? The moment you stop falling for these illusions is the moment you start living with true purpose. Without chasing after someone who isn't ready to give you the same, focus on your own path. And if this message resonates with you, type, I trust the process in the comments as a way to affirm your strength, patience, and commitment to growth. Let's grow together. Lie number 2. You're too nice for me. In the world of dating, one of the most common phrases men hear from women is, you're too nice for me. On the surface, this might sound like a compliment, but in reality, it's often a polite way of saying, "I don't see you as someone I truly want to be with." Now, don't take this as an attack on your character, because it's not. It's simply her way of letting you know that, despite your kindness, you don't align with what she's looking for in a partner. The key here is to recognize this for what it is and walk away, rather than holding on to false hope or trying to change yourself to fit her expectations. Practicing Stoicism means accepting reality without getting emotionally caught up in things beyond your control, including the feelings of others. If you ever find yourself in this situation, ask yourself, why am I sticking around? Am I trying to prove my worth to someone who isn't truly invested? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you just show her how great you are, she'll change her mind. But the truth is, your worth isn't defined by someone else's approval. The power of letting go. There's a story of a man who kept dating the same type of woman, distant, disinterested, or even critical. No matter how kind or considerate he was, his efforts never seemed to be enough. One day, he realized that the problem wasn't him. It was that he was chasing after people who didn't value him. The moment he stopped trying to impress them and focused on his own growth, everything changed. Not only did he become happier and more confident, but he also became more attractive, not just to the same woman, but to others who truly appreciated him. That's the power of the Stoic mindset, detaching from situations that don't serve you so you can make room for what truly matters. Have you ever been in this position? Think back. Have you ever stayed in a situation where someone didn't value you simply because you wanted to prove something? How much time did you waste trying to earn affection from someone who wasn't truly invested? If you're honest with yourself, the answer is probably more time than you'd like to admit. That's why Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our decisions, and our mindset. So the next time you hear, "You're too nice for me," don't take it as an insult. Instead, see it as a sign to move on. There are plenty of women who will appreciate you for exactly who you are. The Stoic way: self-respect over validation. A high-value man doesn't chase after someone who isn't interested. He respects himself enough to walk away. He understands that rejection isn't a reflection of his worth. He focuses on self-improvement, not external validation. He builds his life around his own growth, not someone else's approval. This is the essence of modern Stoicism: knowing your worth, staying detached from external validation, and walking away when someone doesn't appreciate what you bring to the table. If this message resonates with you, drop a "I trust the process" in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this with someone who might need a reminder of their worth. True strength comes from holding on to your dignity and knowing your worth. Let's keep this conversation going and dive deeper into what it truly means to live by the principles of Stoicism. Lie number 3. Money, looks, and status don't matter to me. How many times have you heard a woman say this? Probably more than you can count, but here's the hard truth. It's one of the most common lies told in dating. Now, this doesn't mean women are being intentionally deceptive. It's just that admitting the importance of money, looks, and status can sound materialistic or shallow, especially when they're looking for something deeper, like emotional connection or compatibility. But let's be real, these things do matter. The science of attraction. Let's step away from opinions and look at the facts. Research shows that wealth, physical appearance, and social status all play a role in attraction, not because people are superficial, but because it's hardwired into our biology. Think about it. Why do humans naturally admire someone who's successful? Why are we drawn to people who are physically fit? Why do influential figures command attention? It's not just preference, it's instinct. Women, just like men, are drawn to qualities that suggest strength, stability, and the ability to provide, whether physically, emotionally, or financially. It's not about gold digging or vanity, it's about seeking security and a strong partner. How this works in your favor. Now, before you start feeling frustrated by this reality, here's the good news. You have control over how much of this you embody. You don't need to be born with model-tier genetics. You can work on your health and fitness. A strong, healthy body naturally commands respect and attention. You don't need to be a millionaire today, but you can start building financial stability. Discipline and persistence can change your life over time. You don't need to be famous, but you can become respected and influential in your field or community. People gravitate toward those who lead with confidence. If you ignore these areas, you're missing out on one of the most powerful ways to make yourself irresistible. Instead of chasing women, become the kind of man who naturally attracts them. The mindset shift that changes everything. At the end of the day, it's not just about what you can show externally, it's about how you feel about yourself. Albert Schweitzer once said, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful." So ask yourself, are you taking pride in your growth? Are you constantly improving? Are you refusing to settle for mediocrity? Because when you fully embrace this mindset, you won't have to chase validation. It will come to you effortlessly. Final thought, the truth about attraction. Yes, money, looks, and status matter. But when you focus on becoming a high-value man, you'll never have to worry about them. Work on yourself. Invest in your future. Stay disciplined. Do this, and the right people, including the right women, will naturally be drawn to you. Becoming that man starts with a choice. The journey to becoming the best version of yourself starts with a decision, a commitment to growth, self-improvement, and never settling for mediocrity. So let me ask you, are you ready to take that first step? This is your moment, a chance to change your life and step into the man you were meant to be. Recap. The 3 lies you need to recognize. In this video, we've uncovered 3 common lies that many women tell. 1, I haven't had time to read your message. 2, you're too nice for me. 3, money, looks, and status don't matter to me. Recognizing these can save you emotional energy and help you focus on what truly matters, your personal growth. By applying these Stoic life lessons, you'll build a stronger sense of self and elevate every aspect of your life. Remember, your time and energy are valuable. Invest them wisely. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you encountered these lies in your own life? How have they shaped your perspective on attraction and self-worth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next topic: 11 psychological facts about women that most men overlook. The greatest wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. Socrates. Welcome to Win Stoic, where we uncover the hidden truths that elevate your understanding and transform your relationships. Did you know that 93% of men miss out on crucial psychological insights about women, leading to unnecessary rejection and missed opportunities? But today you have the chance to join the top 7%, the men who stand out, attract, and truly connect. As we dive into these 11 powerful insights, think about how they can shift your perspective and empower your interactions. Which one surprises you the most? Let's spark a conversation in the comments. Fact number 1, women fall in love through smell. Here's a fascinating truth. Women connect deeply with emotions and sensations, and scent plays a huge role in attraction. A compelling study found that if a woman is drawn to a man's scent, the chances of her falling in love with him increase by 83%. Why? Because women have 50% more neurons in their olfactory bulb, the part of the brain responsible for smell, than men. This means their sense of smell is far more acute and directly linked to memory, desire, and emotional connection. This isn't just a fun fact, it's a powerful reminder of how subtle details shape attraction. What this means for you, from a Stoic perspective, this insight teaches us an important lesson. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. In this case, your reaction should be mindfulness, being intentional about the impressions you leave, even in ways you might not have considered before. In today's world, where digital profiles often overshadow real-life interactions, something as organic as scent reconnects us with primal human instincts. Your fragrance becomes a part of your identity, a silent yet powerful statement about who you are. The key isn't to manipulate, but to align yourself with authenticity and confidence. A scent that complements your natural chemistry and reflects your personality can evoke warmth, trust, and attraction. Stoicism and attraction, the subtle art of influence. What is Stoicism if not the mastery of influencing your surroundings while staying true to your essence? By controlling what you can, your grooming, your presence, and the energy you exude, you elevate your interactions and create an irresistible aura of balance, respect, and magnetism. So as you move through the world, ask yourself, what impression are you leaving behind? Are you aware of the energy you bring? How you present yourself isn't just about how you look, it's about the subtle, intangible ways you leave a lasting impression on others. Your presence, your aura, your essence. Stoicism today isn't just about grand philosophical ideals, it's about mastering the art of influence in the most effortless way possible. And believe it or not, something as simple as choosing the right fragrance can be a secret weapon of attraction. It works quietly, but it speaks volumes. So, stay tuned, because in the next few moments, I'll reveal the scents that captivate, connect, and create unforgettable experiences, all rooted in Stoic wisdom. Psychological insight number 2, women are drawn to men who play hard to get. Here's a fascinating truth. Women are naturally attracted to men who embody independence and self-respect. This is often interpreted as playing hard to get. But let's clear up a major misconception. This isn't about manipulation or games, it's about balance. The fine line between showing interest and maintaining a strong, unshakable sense of self. In the world of Stoicism today, emotional independence is key. If you come on too strong, flood her with attention, or act like your happiness depends on her response, she may instinctively pull away. Why? Because neediness signals a lack of self-worth. But when you show that you value yourself and your time, you create a natural pull. You send the message that your life is already fulfilling and doesn't rely on external validation, and that is what sparks intrigue. The art of subtle attraction. Pay attention to the small, unspoken signals. Women often communicate interest through leaning in slightly when you speak, sustained eye contact, mirroring your actions. Think about this scenario. A man walks into a bustling coffee shop. He moves with quiet confidence, not forcing attention, but commanding it effortlessly. He greets the barista with a polite nod, shares a warm but composed smile with a friend, and then retreats to a corner to read or work. No desperation, no need for approval. Yet people notice him, especially women. Now contrast that with a man who immediately bombards a woman with over-the-top compliments, forces conversation, and tries too hard to impress. Instead of drawing her in, he overwhelms her. The difference is crystal clear. Confidence isn't about chasing, it's about presence. How to cultivate magnetic presence. The real question is, are you living in a way that reflects confidence and self-respect, or are you placing your worth in someone else's hands? The Stoic mindset teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and emotional responses. When it comes to attraction, this means finding fulfillment within yourself first, letting others gravitate toward you naturally, holding your ground with quiet confidence. If you're constantly seeking approval, you're giving away your power. But when you move through life with self-assurance and purpose, you don't have to chase. The right people will be drawn to you. The takeaway attraction isn't about grand gestures or relentless pursuit. It's about respecting yourself and others, reading the unspoken signals, embodying qualities that inspire trust, interest, and connection. So, let me ask you, are you living in a way that aligns with your highest values? Are you moving through life with the quiet confidence of a Stoic leader, or constantly seeking validation? The power of Stoicism in everyday life. Together we're on a journey to uncover how Stoicism today can shape our lives in meaningful ways, helping us navigate relationships, personal growth, and the art of influence with wisdom and confidence. Now let's dive into the next fascinating psychological insight. Psychological insight number 3. She feels something for you but won't say it. Here's a truth many men overlook. Women often feel something for you but won't say it outright. Instead, they express it through subtle, unspoken cues, leaving it up to you to read between the lines. If there's a woman you're interested in, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is falling into the friend zone from the start. Why? Because many women naturally test the waters of a potential connection before fully diving in. They observe your actions, gauge your confidence, and try to determine your true intentions before they reveal their own feelings. A revealing study found that 68% of women admitted they would consider a romantic connection with a male friend, but only if they believed they could act on it without risk. This tells us something important. Women are often more open to possibilities than they appear, but they expect the man to take the lead. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." If you want to stand out as a high-value man, it's not about aggressively declaring your feelings. It's about expressing them through subtle, intentional actions that set you apart from just another nice guy. How to show romantic interest without saying a word. Think about the way you engage in conversations. Are you check-attentive and confident? A little mysterious, leaving room for intrigue? Paying attention to what actually matters to her. A high-value man doesn't rush to spill everything about himself. Instead, he creates an aura of depth and curiosity, showing he values himself and his time. Imagine this scenario. You're talking to her, and instead of throwing out generic compliments, you remark on something she's deeply passionate about, something that shows you see beyond the surface. Why is this powerful? Because women are drawn to emotional depth and intelligence more than superficial charm. When a man listens, understands, and responds with thoughtful insight, he separates himself from the average guy who only focuses on appearances. Are you paying attention to her unspoken signals? The philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Instead of overanalyzing whether she's interested or waiting for her to admit her feelings, focus on how you present yourself. Are you showing confidence and decisiveness, holding your ground without appearing desperate, creating an environment where she feels safe opening up? Now let's make this practical. Think back. Have you ever noticed subtle cues from a woman that made you wonder if she felt something more than friendship? Was it lingering eye contact, a change in her tone when speaking to you, an interest in your personal life that went beyond casual conversation. These small moments often reveal unspoken emotions. But the difference between men who move forward and those who get stuck in the friend zone comes down to one thing: who recognizes the signals and who acts with confidence. The lesson: elevate yourself as a high-value man. A high-value man doesn't rush, push, or beg for validation. Instead, he creates an atmosphere of trust and intrigue, allowing the woman to reveal her feelings naturally. In the world of Stoic wisdom, understanding the things left unsaid is what sets you apart. Women often won't verbalize their emotions out of fear of rejection or vulnerability, but their actions speak volumes. The question is, are you paying attention? Are you ready to act in alignment with your goals and values? The power of social proof and value in attraction. In human nature, social proof and perceived value are deeply connected to survival and success. The way others respond to you, especially women, sends subconscious signals about your status, confidence, and desirability. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." In modern life, this principle applies to the way you cultivate meaningful connections, including genuine female friendships. These relationships serve as a reflection of your ability to connect and build rapport without necessarily seeking anything romantic in return. This naturally enhances the pre-selection effect. By surrounding yourself with women as friends, you demonstrate qualities that signal approachability, social intelligence, and compatibility. The Stoic approach to social dynamics. Here's the key takeaway. This isn't about manipulation. It's not about seeking validation or playing the game. It's about understanding how social dynamics work and using that awareness to your advantage. After all, what is Stoicism if not the art of mastering oneself and adapting wisely to external circumstances? If you want to create a life where Stoic confidence and happiness flourish, recognize that attraction is often less about chasing and more about the energy you naturally exude. Why this matters in modern dating. When you focus on building authentic connections and engaging with others effortlessly, you create an aura of ease and magnetism that people, especially women, naturally notice. Pre-selection isn't just about dating. It's a reminder that your value is reflected in the company you keep and the self-respect you embody. Instead of trying to impress or dominate, become a man of character. A man whom others admire not because he demands attention, but because he carries himself with integrity and quiet confidence. In today's whirlwind dating culture, these insights provide clarity. When you make genuine connections, when you carry yourself with poise and presence, when women observe how others react to you, you naturally stand out without effort. This modern take on ancient wisdom reminds us that strong relationships aren't built through games, but through authenticity, self-awareness, and inner stability. By embracing these Stoic principles, you don't just navigate attraction with ease, you lay the foundation for meaningful, lasting relationships based on respect and understanding. A life rooted in Stoicism isn't about chasing fleeting desires. It's about cultivating real connections and developing a presence that naturally draws others toward you. Psychological insight number 5. If she teases you, she wants you. Here's something fascinating about human behavior. If a woman teases you, she's likely attracted to you. Teasing isn't just playful banter. It's a subtle but powerful way for women to express interest, while also testing the waters of trust and compatibility. When a woman playfully challenges you, she's watching how you respond. It's her way of gauging your confidence, wit, and emotional intelligence. The key isn't just to notice it, but to engage with it. how to respond with confidence. Instead of brushing off her comments or overanalyzing them, lean into the moment with a confident, playful reply. For example, if she teases you about something, you could respond with, "Oh, I see what's happening here, teasing me into admitting you like me first." Smart move. This does two things: shows you're aware of the dynamic, keeps the conversation fun, light, and flirty. Now let's make it even more relatable. A real-life example. Meet Alex, a young professional working in a fast-paced corporate office. He starts noticing that his colleague Sarah often teases him about his coffee habits, calling him Mr. Triple Espresso. At first, Alex just laughs it off, but one day, instead of ignoring it, he plays along. "You only notice because you've been staring at my coffee cup and probably me all day." Sarah blushes, then laughs. From that moment on, their conversations become more playful, more engaging, and filled with a new energy. What changed? Alex's calm confidence and ability to match her playful energy turned a casual interaction into an opportunity for connection. This is the power of a Stoic mindset, being aware, grounded, and emotionally attuned without overreacting. Why teasing works in attraction. Teasing builds checkmark rapport. It creates a sense of familiarity and playfulness. Subtle tension. It introduces a dynamic that keeps interactions exciting. Mutual interest. It's often a sign she's emotionally invested in the conversation. It's rooted in human psychology. When done right, it sparks attraction without pressure or expectation. So the next time a woman teases you, don't just laugh it off, engage with it. The question is, are you confident enough to play along? Final thought, mastering attraction. Through Stoic wisdom, attraction isn't about chasing or convincing. It's about understanding how people connect, what makes interactions meaningful, and how to stay true to yourself in the process. A high-value man doesn't react emotionally or seek approval. He remains calm, collected, and aware of the signals around him. The art of teasing. A dance of words that builds connection. Teasing is more than just playful banter. It's a dance of words where both people get to reveal their personalities without pressure or awkwardness. But here's the catch. How you respond matters more than the teasing itself. If you react defensively or dismissively, the energy fizzles. However, if you adopt a Stoic mindset, you can handle these moments with emotional resilience and playful control, keeping the interaction light yet meaningful. How do your reactions shape your relationships? Ever thought about how your responses to teasing influence your connections? Do you respond with openness and wit? Or do you retreat into discomfort or overthinking? The lesson is simple. Teasing isn't about winning or losing. It's about creating a shared space where emotions and intentions can safely surface. So the next time someone teases you, don't just laugh it off or dismiss it. Instead, pay attention to what it reveals about their feelings and use it to strengthen your bond. A Stoic approach teaches us to engage thoughtfully without overreacting. And that skill goes beyond just dating. It applies to friendships, professional relationships, and personal growth. Do you agree? Comment "I agree" if this resonates, or "I don't think so" if you see it differently. Psychological insight number 6. Women love. Men who understand their silent language. Women communicate attraction in ways that aren't always direct. It's a subtle dance of emotions conveyed through gestures, expressions, and actions. Think about it. She brushes her hair to one side while locking eyes with you. She leans in slightly when you're talking. She mirrors your posture without realizing it. These aren't random actions. They're deliberate signals, part of an unspoken language many men overlook. Women often prefer these indirect expressions of interest because they value emotional safety and fear rejection. As Epictetus once said, We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Are you truly listening, not just to her words, but to the silent cues she's offering? Why understanding her silent language is crucial. Here's where it becomes essential. Women don't want to explain these signals. They expect you to notice them. If she tilts her body toward you, if she absent-mindedly touches her necklace while talking, if she finds excuses to be near you, she's saying more than her words ever could. But here's the problem. Many men completely miss these signs. They dismiss them as ordinary behavior, assuming they don't mean anything. And when that happens, she may withdraw, thinking you're not interested. And just like that, the moment is gone. How to decode these signals and strengthen your connection. To truly understand her, you need to do more than just look. You need to observe. Pay attention to how she reacts when you make a joke. Notice if she finds reasons to be near you. Observe if she subtly mirrors your movements. Women are often more reserved in expressing their feelings first, not because they lack courage, but because society has taught them to be cautious. So when a woman sends a signal, it's her way of testing the waters. The question is, are you attentive enough to respond without making her feel vulnerable? Without putting pressure on the moment? Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." So, are your thoughts sharp and attentive enough to understand her emotional world? Emotional intelligence, the mark of a high-value man. A high-value man possesses a rare skill, emotional intelligence. He doesn't just hear words, he reads between the lines. He makes a woman feel seen and understood, and that's often far more attractive than physical appearance alone. So let me ask you this. What would it mean for you to recognize her silent language and respond with the same subtlety? Would it deepen your connection? Would it reveal mutual feelings you might have otherwise missed? Because recognizing her signals isn't just about attraction, it's about respect. It's about showing her that you see her effort and value her emotions without making her feel judged or exposed. And when she feels safe and understood, trust is built. And trust, that's the foundation of every meaningful relationship. Final thought, mastering the art of observation. To master this skill, embrace a Stoic mindset where you lead with patience, awareness, and confidence. Because in the end, understanding her silent language isn't just about dating, it's about connection, respect, and emotional intelligence, and that's what sets a high-value man apart. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Observation over. Impulse. The art of reading between the lines. Understanding replaces impulsiveness. Awareness replaces assumption. So next time you're with a woman, pay attention not just to her words, but to what she's not saying. Notice her gestures. Observe how her body orients towards you. See how her eyes light up or dim based on your energy. As Seneca wisely said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Prepare yourself by learning her silent language, and when the opportunity arises, you'll be the one who truly wins. Are you ready to recognize the signs and respond like the high-value man you aspire to be? Comment, "I am ready," if you're committed to mastering this journey. Psychological insight number 7. She cares about how she looks. During intimacy, understanding women is an art, a blend of psychology, empathy, and wisdom. And when you view it through the lens of Stoic life lessons, it transforms into an empowering journey for both partners. Here's a crucial insight many overlook. Women care deeply about how they look during moments of intimacy. This isn't just about vanity, it's about feeling valued, admired, and truly seen. Think about the thought she puts into choosing the design, color, and details of her lingerie. It's not just clothing. It's a statement, a gesture of vulnerability and allure. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." In the same way, acknowledging her beauty and effort creates a ripple effect of positive emotion. Why your words matter more than you think. Compliments aren't just words, they are affirmations that make her feel cherished in your presence. A simple, genuine remark like, "You look incredible in that," carries far more power than silence. Because in these moments, silence isn't neutral, it can feel like indifference. And indifference is the opposite of connection. When you genuinely express appreciation, you boost her confidence. You deepen her emotional connection with you. You encourage her to express herself even more beautifully next time. In today's fast-paced world, where validation often comes in fleeting social media likes, your authentic words carry unparalleled weight in her heart. The Stoic perspective. Creating a relationship built on respect and admiration. This moment isn't just about complimenting lingerie, it's about recognizing her effort, her presence, and the energy she brings to you. It's about cultivating a relationship where both partners feel valued. It's about emotional intelligence, the ability to see beyond the surface. It's about Stoic principles, leading with sincerity, observation, and intention. Stoicism teaches us our reactions and actions should come from a place of intentionality, not impulse. By taking a moment to acknowledge her effort, you foster her happiness, a deeper emotional bond, a shared sense of appreciation, one of the core elements of lasting intimacy. A small act that creates a lasting impact. Gratitude and appreciation aren't just feel-good emotions, they're relationship builders. A small act of recognition can strengthen your bond, increase intimacy, make her feel inspired to share more of herself with you. By integrating Stoic life lessons into intimate moments, you lead with checkmark, calm confidence, checkmark, emotional awareness, checkmark, a deep understanding of her unspoken desires, because let's be real, women often feel naturally vulnerable in intimate settings, and your acknowledgement of her effort transforms that vulnerability into a space of trust, strength, and mutual admiration. Stoicism in relationships, the key to thriving. Together, remember, Stoicism today isn't about detachment, it's about thriving. And that means fostering relationships built on mutual understanding and respect. When she feels seen, appreciated, and valued, you create a connection that deepens over time. By showing her that her efforts don't go unnoticed, you embody the Stoic principle of equanimity, creating a harmonious balance that uplifts both your spirits. As you continue applying these lessons, you'll find growth in your relationship, a deeper understanding of attraction and connection, a life where Stoic happiness flourishes in your daily interactions. Share this with someone who needs this reminder. If this message resonates with you, share it with someone who could benefit from this wisdom. Because in the end, relationships aren't built on mind games or empty words. They're built on real understanding, deep appreciation, and an energy that speaks louder than words. Are you ready to apply these lessons in your life? Let's continue the journey, building connections rooted in honesty and respect. True connection isn't built on games or fleeting moments. It's built on genuine understanding and respect. When you master this, relationships stop feeling like a chase and start becoming a space where both partners thrive. Psychological insight. Number 8, women feel deeper sensations with a man who truly connects. Here's a truth that many overlook. Women experience more intense emotions and sensations with a man who understands them on a deeper level. In today's world, where surface-level interactions dominate, The ability to forge a meaningful connection sets you apart. Unlike men, who may be more driven by physical impulse, women are often guided by emotions. Mental connection. The feeling of being truly understood. This is where the Stoic mindset becomes a game changer. Rather than rushing into intimacy, create an atmosphere of trust and emotional safety. This isn't about saying the right words, it's about showing up with genuine curiosity and presence. The power of attentiveness in a distracted world. Think about how rare it is for someone to be fully present in today's fast-paced world. Imagine a woman coming home after a long day, carrying the weight of unspoken emotions. Most people would give a quick "How was your day?" without really listening, offer solutions instead of acknowledging her feelings, get distracted checking their phone or half listening. Now picture yourself taking a different approach. You ask, "What was the highlight of your day?" You follow up with, "How are you really feeling?" You listen fully without judgment or distraction. This simple act of presence can transform the connection between you. Women often fall in love, not with grand gestures, but with the quiet consistency of feeling valued, heard, truly seen, stoicism and emotional intelligence. The winning combination. The Stoic principle of restraint teaches us that the most fulfilling relationships often don't follow the obvious route. Many men focus on impressing women when they should be focused on understanding them. Ask yourself, how can I create depth in my relationships? Am I just talking, or am I truly listening? Does she feel emotionally safe with me? True connection isn't about instant gratification, it's about long-term trust, emotional understanding, and deliberate action. When you cultivate this depth, you create a space where she feels safe to be her full self. And when a woman feels safe, she opens up in ways that are deeper, more intimate, more lasting than any physical interaction alone. Epic wisdom for modern relationships. As Epictetus wisely said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Use this wisdom. Be the man who listens, not just the one who talks. The Stoic approach isn't about being emotionless, it's about being attentive, emotionally intelligent, and patient. When you embody this, you don't just hear her, you make her feel truly understood. Emotional security over competition. Instead of seeing her friendships as competition, recognize them for what they truly are, a reflection of her emotional needs. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This wisdom applies here. Rather than questioning her friendships, ask yourself, have I created an environment where she feels supported, valued, and unjudged? Am I a safe space for her emotions, just as her friends are? What small but meaningful actions can I take to strengthen our emotional bond? When both partners feel emotionally nourished, the relationship thrives. And by embodying Stoic principles, calmness, empathy, and resilience, you complement her friendships rather than compete with them. Why women rely on their friends for emotional support? Women often turn to their friends to process emotions because friendships offer freedom of expression, no expectations or conflicts, a judgment-free space to share their thoughts, support without the weight of romantic obligations. Unlike romantic relationships where emotions can be complex and layered, friendships provide a space of pure connection. But here's the key insight. You can channel this understanding to strengthen your own connection with her. When you mirror the emotional availability she values in her friendships, you elevate yourself as a partner. A high-value man doesn't compete with her friends. He offers an equally meaningful source of stability, trust, and emotional connection. How to use this knowledge to your advantage. Start by observing how she interacts with her friends. Pay attention to the qualities she values. Do they listen attentively? Do they support her dreams? Do they bring lightness and joy into her life? Now integrate those elements into your relationship while staying authentic to who you are. By doing this, you become more than just her romantic partner. You become her emotional refuge. The Stoic approach to balanced relationships. Ancient Stoic teachings emphasize balance, acknowledging that friendships play a vital role in a woman's life while cultivating a deep emotional bond in a romantic partnership. This isn't about controlling or diminishing her friendships. It's about understanding, adapting, and strengthening your own connection in a way that makes her feel secure with you. Ask yourself, am I bringing as much emotional security and joy to this relationship as her closest friends do? A man who answers this with action, not just words, becomes the kind of partner she truly treasures. What's your take? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. How important do you think emotional security is in relationships? Share your insights in the comments and let's keep this conversation going. Psychological insight number 10. Women sometimes accept dates just for a free meal. Let's talk about a controversial but real dynamic in modern dating. A study in the US found that 38% of women have admitted to accepting dates just for the sake of a free meal. At first glance, this might sound frustrating, but instead of reacting emotionally, let's apply a Stoic mindset. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And this means, don't waste energy on things outside your control. Focus on clarity over frustration. Observe actions, not just words. Instead of dwelling on statistics, use this knowledge to refine your approach to dating. A Stoic approach to dating with intention. A high-value man doesn't seek validation through superficial dates. Instead of simply paying for a meal, create experiences that foster genuine conversations, shared interests, deeper emotional and intellectual connections. When you lead with intention and presence, you naturally filter out those who are there for the wrong reasons. The takeaway? Don't overanalyze whether her intentions align with yours. Let time and consistent action reveal the truth. If this resonates with you, like this video and share it with someone who needs this perspective. Dating with clarity, recognizing sincerity versus superficiality. Before getting caught up in frustration, pause and reflect. Do their actions consistently show respect and mutual effort? Is there genuine curiosity and emotional investment in your conversations? A simple dinner invitation can feel transactional if it's not backed by authenticity and mutual interest. Rather than spiraling into doubt or resentment, shift your mindset toward understanding the signals that reveal sincerity. If you notice signs of superficiality, respond with calm detachment, not frustration. Why Stoicism is more relevant than ever in modern dating. With digital distractions and shifting social norms, mixed signals are more common than ever. Many men struggle to decode intentions, leading to unnecessary emotional turbulence. Here's where Stoicism offers an edge. Don't seek validation from external events or the actions of others. Stay grounded in your own character and principles. Cultivate self-respect and resilience, traits that naturally attract authentic connections. A Stoic man doesn't chase clarity, he creates it by staying true to himself. So if you sense ambiguity in someone's interest, let your actions reflect your values. No need for explanations or confrontations. After all, true power isn't about controlling others, it's about mastering your own reactions. A Stoic's approach to dating with emotional independence. This isn't about distrusting everyone's motives. Instead, it's a reminder to align your actions with your true intentions. Observe behavior rather than assume. Maintain clarity and emotional independence. You can't control why someone accepts an invitation, but you can control how you show up. By bringing authenticity and presence to every interaction, even an encounter clouded by mixed intentions becomes a lesson in self-awareness and personal growth. This is the essence of Stoicism, living with clarity, resilience, and a firm grip on what truly matters. The next time you plan a date, don't just focus on impressing them. Focus on being your most genuine, self-assured, and grounded self. If this message resonates, like this video and share it with someone who needs this reminder. Let's keep this conversation going. What's your take on navigating dating dynamics with emotional clarity? Psychological insight number 11. When she's upset, she wants you to approach her. One of the most overlooked truths in relationships is this. When a woman is upset, she doesn't want you to withdraw. She wants you to step forward. It's not just about fixing the problem. It's about showing her you care enough to engage. Why emotional presence matters more than solutions. Women, being naturally empathetic and emotionally attuned, process their feelings through connection. This doesn't mean they're being irrational. It means they have a deep emotional need to be understood. A Stoic mindset isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about responding to them with wisdom and composure. So, when she's upset, don't retreat or dismiss her feelings as insignificant. Instead, lean in with, "What's on your mind? How can I help make this better?" These simple yet powerful questions show that you're not just present, you're attuned to her emotions. A real-world example, the power of emotional awareness. Imagine a man deeply focused on his career, often caught up in work stress. One evening, his partner seems unusually distant and upset. Instead of ignoring it, he pauses and says, "I can tell something's bothering you. Can we talk about it?" At first, she hesitates, but his genuine effort creates a safe space for her to open up. She shares her struggles, and together they find common ground. This small act of attentiveness doesn't just resolve an argument, it strengthens their bond over time. Do you see how a simple action, rooted in awareness, can transform relationships? The takeaway. Emotional presence isn't about grand gestures, it's about consistently showing up when it matters most. Approach every emotional challenge with patience, curiosity, and steadiness. Let understanding, not avoidance, be your default response. A woman values a man who makes her feel heard, safe, and valued. The consequences of ignoring emotional needs. Now let's consider the alternative. What happens when you dismiss or invalidate her feelings? When emotional needs go unmet, they don't just disappear, they build up as resentment. Over time, this creates a growing emotional distance between two people who genuinely care for each other. Here's something to keep in mind. Women, like all humans, can be influenced by both positive and negative emotions. This explains why some women stay drawn to individuals who treat them poorly. It's not about the mistreatment itself, it's the emotional highs and lows that create a sense of engagement. But understanding this doesn't mean resorting to manipulation, it means recognizing the power of emotional dynamics and using that knowledge to build healthy, genuine connections. So ask yourself, how can you bring stability and emotional intelligence into your relationships? How can you balance being emotionally responsive while maintaining your own inner peace? The Stoic approach, presence. Overreaction relationships thrive when nurtured with attention, empathy, and respect. A Stoic mindset teaches us to be steady, thoughtful, and intentional in our actions. When a woman is upset, she isn't necessarily looking for you to fix everything. She's looking for your presence and care. Show up for her, not as a reaction, but as a deliberate choice to honor her emotions while staying grounded in your own values. This is modern Stoicism in action, balancing self-control with compassion and turning challenges into opportunities for deeper connection. Final thoughts: elevating your relationships through Stoic wisdom. In this video, we explored 11 surprising psychological facts about women, shedding light on their emotions, behaviors, and preferences through the lens of Stoic wisdom. These insights don't just help you understand women better, they empower you to navigate relationships with clarity, confidence, and emotional depth. What was your biggest takeaway? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have personal insights on this. Share your experiences. We'd love to hear them. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you. Subscribe for more life-changing insights. Join us at Win Stoic for more wisdom on relationships, mindset, and personal growth. Keep the momentum going. Watch the next video on your screen and continue your journey of self-mastery and deep connection. See you soon. Banger!